So one night last year, I posted a slapstick video of just a funny thing of me and my friend. There was a funny thing that happened during our concert, and the slapstick broke apart. And I thought it would just be a fun video to share with our family and friends. But the next morning, I woke up, and it had gotten over 1 million views. And this felt great. My channel and my pages were getting lots of new followers, subscribers, getting lots of new comments. But then, people started to repost my video as their own, completely ripping it off. One channel called Ruslan Baladine, he completely reposted my video, and that video got over 200 million views. What really irked me was that a commenter on his video, Luis Manzano, commented and said, "The editing and production on this video are impressive. Good job." But what was even worse was that the copier responded to that comment and said, "Thank you, I appreciate it." He took credit for what I did. I was the one that edited and posted that video. This made me realize that fake information can spread faster than real, and viral does not necessarily mean that it's true. We should reconsider how we talk about what we see on the internet to understand that not all viral content is factual. So today I will be examining the worldview of trust, showing the harm behind trusting everything we see, and offering a new perspective and show how to act in this new world of thinking about what we see on the internet. Now, this worldview the popular worldview of seeing is believing can be translated to the modern age as viral means credible. Commenter Salman P7Y on a 2025 Johnny Harris YouTube video about misinformation states, "It's easier to fool people than to convince them they've actually been fooled. And you tend to believe things more instantly if they relate to your biases." This means that having a bias and an ego towards something makes you resist correction even if it's false and you are corrected after you see it, especially when emotion is involved. The other commonplace is if it's everywhere, it must be true. Facebook operations manager in an Orlovsky documentary called The Social Dilemma states, "We've made a system that biases false information, not because we want to or try to, but because it makes more money." This shows that companies like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook prioritize engagement over truth just because of money. Now, I want you to talk about the harm, the real world harm of this. I want you guys to think back to the Tide Pod Challenge. Does anybody remember that? If you don't remember, the Tide Pod Challenge was people biting or ingesting, especially teens, biting and ingesting Tide Pods. This is obviously harmful because those contain toxic chemicals. Redditor @MysteriousPlatypus says, "During research, I heard a 6th grader bragging that he was going to do the Tide Pod Challenge with his friends. In response, commenter @SafetyFirst said, 'It's shocking how far people will go for a few seconds of fame.'" This really shows the danger, especially in classrooms and around our education system with these viral challenges, especially vulnerable in classrooms. To show this, Stephanie Pappas for the American Psychological Association states, "Research found that out of 3,446 high school students, only 3% realized a website talking about the myths of climate change was actually run by the fossil fuel industry." This shows the real world danger of trusting viral content and not thinking critically and researching the sources that you see. To support this, Carrasco-Fieri in a May 2023 article states, "The misinformation is easier to process, especially when it is more emotional. Emotion and sympathy make false information a faster spread because we are more likely to spread and believe something when we feel it in our emotions. And this can lead to harm." So what can we do to swap it? I'd like to swap the new commonplace to, "If it goes viral, it needs verification." Virality should be used as a warning light and to investigate, to critically think about what we actually are seeing. The channel on YouTube called Now This Impact in 2022 states, "One strategy to stop misinformation is called pre-bunking. This gives people tools to explain how misinformation is effective and why it's false, which is important for both kids and adults. Pre-bunking shows awareness to spread critical thinking and a new worldview of questioning what we see, especially with the rise of AI and false videos. We can live inside this new discourse by pausing before we repost, finding the original source, and comparing all perspectives to see what truly happened and what is factual." To conclude, an 18-second video convinced millions of people that a copy of my video was the real thing. verification felt like the truth when this guy reposted my video. And the old worldview of viral equals credible makes misinformation more easy for everyone to believe. When we look at the new thing, the new worldview of viral is a cue to pause and think critically, that is when we take back our ability to really think about what we're doing. I hope you can realize that virality equals emotion, not necessarily accuracy. If we can replace viral with true, viral equals true with viral equals verified, we can take back this power again. Everyone scrolls past viral content every day. We see things every day online. And when we replace this idea, we don't just change how we scroll, we change how we see the world.